Alright guys, welcome back. Once again, we're here for a snapshot review. It's the second time this week. They've added a few more things which are going to rewrite the whole combat system like a lot. So let's start with the fact that you can now see particles when you attack mobs or player, I might assume, I guess. Works the same for players, I assume. So here I'm going to spawn a zombie and I'm going to attack him just like that. You see these brown hearts that you just saw. These will be there to let you know that you did hit the mob. Plus, depending on how much damage you deal to the mob, is going to make more or less heart. So let's do it again. Just gonna spam click a little bit, just like this. You see 1 heart, 2 hearts. If I wait for my recharge to be filled up, you'll see there now there was 2, but again. Ooh, zombie! Maybe. Okay, so 3, and you see if I go faster, then you see, let's say 2 hearts, maybe 1. Depending on how fast or how long you wait between your hits, you're going to deal more damage, as you already know by the fact that we now have a recharge bar thing to, yeah, you get the point. Alright, so let's now jump onto the next thing that will be a whole lot different from what we used to have. Alright, so as you know, the items have a cooldown before you can attack with the full strength. But now, depending on the item you use, you're going to have a different cooldown. So these top 5 items here are set up in such a way that this one here is the one that has the slowest cooldown, then this one is the longest cooldown. Wow. So this one here, it says when in main hand, 4 attack speed. That means you can attack 4 times per second. So that means right here we've got a 0.25 second per attack. This will deal 2 attack damage if you wait for the cooldown to be completely cooled. This one here is 1.5 attack speed and 5 damage. So again, you have to wait for the cooldown to be over. And then 1.45, 1, and 0.85. So now you might have seen that the order that's over here kind of puts the diamond sword in the middle. That means it's not the fastest weapon, neither it is the most damaging one, because that's the axe with 11 attack damage. So that's quite a lot. I can already hear you guys say, wow, well, what's the point? Well, obviously the diamond sword does deal less damage, but you're going to be able to attack way faster with the sword than the axe, because with the axe you get a 1.17 second cooldown before you can attack again with the full strength, and the sword is 0.7. So that's a whole lot different, a big difference, so just keep that in mind. Overall, the sword deals a bigger attack, well, damage per second, but for 1 hit KOs or something like this, you might want to use the diamond axe for a big hit. So let's just do that real quick and see how much hits it's gonna take to kill a zombie, just as an example. So 1, 2, 3, and let's try that with the diamond sword real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, it's not a big difference, but it's still one you might want to consider when you're choosing which weapon you want to use. And these right here are set up in such a way that this is the strongest weapon, this is the well, the weakest. It's kind of the opposite order that's over here, but whatever, you get the point. And also remember, the haste potion and the well, not haste potion, but haste effect and mining fatigue will apply on the attack speed. So haste will give you plus 10% speed, mining fatigue minus 10%. So just keep that in mind. It's quite useful to know. Alright, let's now jump into this little thing right here and get rid of this as well. Alright, so now for the armor. Less durability will mean less armor points. So if I go into survival real quick, just like this, and let's remove that. Okay, so if I wear the leather tunic, leather body armor, whatever, it's full durability and it gets me 1.5 armor points. If I, let's say, wear one that's almost all wore out, just like this, you'll see I only get half a point and if I go like this, I get more. So depending on what durability you have left on your armor, then it's going to protect you not as much. So just keep that in mind. You might want to always have a full set that's pretty much all healed up, or the health is not too bad on it, just so you get the full-on protection. Alright, so let's put that back. And now there is one thing that changed again with the command block. There is now a setting right here. Let's go on creative. That's unconditional and conditional. Now what does that do? It basically means that if it's set on unconditional, it's basically the same thing as not having this setting at all. But if it's set on conditional, it's going to, well, here I've got an example. These right here, well, the one on top is set on unconditional, and the one here is conditional. Basically what these commands do is this one will say start when I start the command. This will test for a player named Joyamak, which is me in the world. If I'm there, it's going to tell it to me, and then it's going to go over. So now unconditional will mean that this command block will run its command no matter what the previous one will be. So now this command block will test for me. It will return a true because I am there, so it's successful. Then this one will go. But even if that would be not successful, it wouldn't even go. So let's try that real quick. So right now, unconditional tests for me. Start, found Joyamak, then over. So that works. If I, let's say, search for Joyamak or something, it's going to go start. It did not find the player, then over. Here I've got conditional, so I'm looking for Bob now. Obviously there is no Bob on the game now, so it's not gonna work. If I go like this, start, so that says start. This looks for Bob, doesn't find Bob. Then this one doesn't go because it's unconditional. This one will go on only if the one before it actually has a successful test for or whatever. If it does achieve its purpose, then the one after will work. That's what the conditional stands for. So that's pretty useful. Alright, let's now go back over here and talk about the now AOE attack. Oh yes, let's quickly read this little book that says AOE will apply if you're moving at walking speed or slower, and it will knock back mobs that are around you 3 blocks away from you, just to be exact, and the knockback is 80% the knockback level 1 from a sword. So let's test that real quick. I'm gonna spawn a whole pack of zombie here, and I'm gonna go in survival and probably die. So I'm gonna just walk back, try to stay away from them, and try to attack him. And there we go. So come over here, guys, come over here. Over here. Oh god. Okay, so now I'm gonna not run, just attack him, just like that. So now they're too far away. If they're really close to me, like this, I attack one, then you see that some of them are getting knocked back. God dang it. Like this. No, does it seem to work? It works. It's just hard to do it properly because it's a new thing and we're not really used to it. So now you just saw it again, like that. And they have to be really close to me for that to work. I have to be moving. If I'm just standing still, it will not work. So I have to be moving at a walking speed or slower. So let's say crouching, maybe. There we go, just like that. Again, you just saw it again. One more time. There we go. Alright, now I'm gonna die, so let's go back. Okay. I have to add one thing, though, is the little stars around attack. Why? Because it doesn't deal damage to the other mobs around the one you're hitting. It's only knockback, so you can kind of get away, I guess. But it won't kill them. It's no damage, 0, just knockbacks. That's it. Alright, so let's leave that over here and talk about this. Breaking, again in between stars, just like that. Shields. So, read that book. It says if you have an axe, so that applies if you have an axe, and whoever you're attacking has a shield. I'm alone now, so I can't show that to you, but just take my word for it. got a book. If you have an axe, you have 25% chance to disable the enemy's shield for 5 seconds. For each level of efficiency you have on your axe, it's plus 5% chance, and if you attack while running, it's plus 75% chance. That's a whole lot different, big difference. So if you run, then you attack the guy with a shield, well, the guy who has a shield, but you have an axe, attack him, then the shield will probably break. By breaking, I mean it's going to be disabled for 5 seconds. So it doesn't actually break, it just prevents the guy from protecting himself with it. Now, what happens when you have your shield disabled? Well, again, I can't show that to you because I'm alone and I have to hit someone who has a shield. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and, wow, that's a big difference. If you just spam click, you just can't kill anything. It just, wow. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so now we've got no more spam with ender pearls and chorus fruits. Let's just quickly kill all these zombies like that. It's as simple as that. Alright, so there is a cooldown on ender pearls and chorus fruit. It's basically the same cooldown thing you would have with the 5 seconds shield being disabled and all that. So if I throw one, you'll see there is a white square that goes over the ender pearl that slowly goes down till it's fully recharged, just like this. So again, like that, it's a cooldown. So you can't, just like that, you can't keep clicking, it will not work. You have a cooldown of about, what, it's maybe 1 second, 1.5, not too sure. And same thing goes for the chorus fruit, but for that I have to be in survival. Eat it, you get teleported away, then there's a cooldown, then you have to wait for it to go down before you eat again. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. Alright, so that's pretty much what's new with the Snapshot, which is, by the way, is called 15W34D. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please like the video, subscribe, and share. Don't forget, check out my Facebook page and my Twitter. All the links are in the description below. And again, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.